Welcome guys to the pistol diamond camo slash dark ether camo guide, and basically let's get right into the video. So to start off, let's do the setup, shall we? So before we start, actually I will say there's only 35 levels I believe to max, so you don't have to go the full 50 or 55 to completely max out the gun. So that's good. Anyways, getting on to the setup. So for the M911, I'm going to go through each pistol too. So the M911, the attachments that I do not do dual wield on any of these pistols. It will save you time, anger, effort, all that jazz, especially with the crit kills and all that. I mean, if you absolutely want to, you can do the dual wield attachment, but you don't need to personally. And now, these attachments, you can only have 5 because there is no extra attachment thing for this, unfortunately, in the upgrade slots. So what I would generally do is go, you know, whatever muzzle you want. I usually go the last suppressor. Anything with increased weapon equipment drop and also salvage drop is what I do. Armor damage is nice, you know, but I usually go with this one, the Task Force. I'm just showing you what the this particular blueprint has on it at the same time. So for the body, this is the one that it's like between the optic and the body, in my opinion. The body is, you can get increased salvage, which I always find nice, but if you prefer the sight for the headshot challenges, then, you know, go with the sight. I'd recommend probably the Microflex. That one's really clean and nice, in my opinion. I quite like it on the M911. That's really up to you. And then for the magazine, you know, I usually just do the best one, which is usually the last one, and then the handle, same thing, you know, usually the last one. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the 911. Let's move on to the Magnum. The Magnum, this one's really good for headshots, especially if you just equip a sight such as the Mini Reflex or the Microflex is alright, or the quick.LED. It's really up to you, but it's really nice for headshots. And you know, I usually just put this one on, the telecom, the SOCOM eliminator. And also, same thing with this, the damage, effective damage range, bullet velocity, task force. I don't put a body on usually because I'm putting a sight on. And with this one, you basically need a sight for the headshots. I mean, you don't have to absolutely have one, but in my personal opinion, it's much easier to use the gun with a sight on rather than a body attachment, personally. You know, definitely need the fast mag because this thing is slow as molasses to reload. Honestly, it is terrible to reload, so you will need that. The handle, it's quite nice when you aim down sight, especially with Deadshot going. So there's that. And then this one, the Diamatti, it's you know, it's all right. It's not my favorite. I prefer the other two personally. If you use the new blueprint, the deciding factor, then you know, it's got some pretty nice attachments to it. Obviously, I'd want to you know, put other ones on as I level up and whatnot. Again, you know, you can, for this one, honestly, you don't really need a sight, in my opinion. I think you can just use the iron sights, and I think they're fine. You could put on a sight, like I said. It's not necessity, though, with this pistol, especially because it's a 3-round burst, so it's a little different than the others. That's completely up to you. But yeah, anyways, for the field upgrade, I usually use Ring of Fire just because the damage seems to fall off more so than other guns. That's what I typically use, and it's just great against the bosses, honestly. I might just use this for everything. This one or Aether Shroud, really, it depends. Although, you know, it's really depends on what you want to do with the pistol. You know, if you want it to be, if you want it to go into the higher rounds, I'd suggest Ring of Fire, and it's really easy for killing the bosses. If you don't really care and you're going to have a secondary weapon to deal with the green guys, then, you know, go with Aether Shroud if that's what you prefer. You know, that's completely up to you, personally. I do like that you only have to get to level 35 with these things, too, rather than 50 or 55, because that is a pain in the butt, personally. So, anyways, let's get on to the skills. So basically, obviously, you're going to want to have it, you know, upgraded all the way. Tier 3, increase armor penetration, crit damage in close quarters. Field upgrades, like I said, Ring of Fire Tier 3, Aether Shroud Tier 3. At this point, you should probably have everything upgraded to full, but if you do not, then I'd recommend these two Tier 3. If you're going to switch between these two, that's the way to do that. And then after that, for the perks, it should be, you know, the tried and true Juggernog, of course, tier 3. That should be the first one. And then also Deadshot is a must with these things. It is fantastic with the pistols, especially the Magnum. The Magnum does uber damage to the head if you can get a headshot on something, especially with Deadshot. So recommend those two to be tier 3. And ammo mods, honestly, it's up to you. I personally like Napalm. I don't like Deadwire, just because it might electrocute and kill some, although the stun is nice. But I prefer either Cryo Freeze or Napalm. Cryo Freeze is great for headshots as well, so that's another thing. But Napalm's good for later rounds too, so that's really up to you. So that's basically it for the setup, and now let's get into game. Alrighty guys, welcome to the gameplay portion of the video. So basically, let's get right to it. So pretty much what you're going to want to do is standard rounds 1 through 7, rounds 1 through 6, up to you. Basically leave, go to the power, save a zombie, go to the power and turn it on. Go to the Dark Aether and get the Pack-a-Punch going, come back, do the free Juggernog upgrade. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you will get the legendary pistol. Again, it's RNG, so don't bet on it. But sometimes it does happen. It's quite nice when it does. So get your free jug if you can afford it, or if you'd rather get a perk before the free jug, then go ahead and buy Deadshot. That should be your 2 perk combo, personally, in my opinion. And unless you have the Magnum, if you have the Magnum, you could just say forget that and go for Speed Cola, but I would recommend Deadshot anyways. And that's only if you don't have the fast reload on the Magnum. So, you know, that's situational. But anyways, it should be Deadshot and Jug, and then go ahead and upgrade it ASAP. Grab all your other 4 perks, and yeah, just give them a little run around and spawn, and go for the headshots. And you should, the reason, again, you should Pack-a-Punch your gun as early as possible is because it counts for Grunge Camo, which is 2,500 kills with your weapon, and it also counts for the Pack-a-Punch upgrade kills camo challenge as well, 2,500 with that, so you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And also, if you're aiming for the head, then you could also get the crit kills as well. So you could basically get all 3 of those, and those 3 are basically timed, are time based, so it just depends on how much time you put into zombies. You know, how many you kill, obviously, but it's how much time it takes you to do all that. So that's pretty much up to you. It might take you like 2 to 3 games if you go to like around 30, 31 ish. Yeah, so that should be the standard for those. So the next one is elite eliminations with your weapon. That one, it's easier to do on co-op actually if you let your friend, you know, hold his split green guy, because you'll get more green guys that spawn, and so that'll basically make it so that you know, you can get more elite kills easier. However, if you're doing it on solo, you know, again, this is just based on how much time you put into the game and how many rounds you go through, because a couple of green guys will spawn every game if you're on solo. You could get it in one game if you go kind of high round, like, and I'm saying like to about 40, you could probably get it in the game. 40-ish, you could probably get it in the game, but realistically, it's going to be 2 to 3 games, just like the other camos, so you could get that done pretty easily. After that, it's rapid kills. Rapid kills is really easy. I mean, it's literally just kill multiple zombies in quick succession, and you just have to do it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 times. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Get 3 more critical hit kills rapidly with your weapon. That one's pretty easy if you have Deadshot as well, because you just aim, you know, unaim, aim again, and then one shot each one of them in the head, and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until you get that camo challenge done. And then the final one, get kills without getting hit. That one's better done in early rounds, or in later rounds you could use like a decoy, a monkey, or a stun grenade, or even Aether Shroud, and then just kill them really, really quick. That's my recommendation for that challenge. And yeah, that's basically it for all the camos. I mean, it's pretty easy. The hardest part to me for the pistols was getting the levels up. But again, it's only like 35-ish levels, so it's not nearly as bad as like other guns, thank God. Those ones take an absolute long time to complete, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it is what it is. So that's it for the gameplay portion, and now I'm going to show you guys what the camo looks like in game. So let's get to that part. Alrighty guys, here's the 1911 pistol with Plague Diamond camo on it. Looks really nice, I think. I quite like the purple on it. If you have a blueprint for the too, especially the wingman. It looks very, very nice on that as well. That's probably going to be one of my favorite pistol skins. But anyways, let's move on to the Magnum next. Alrighty guys, here is the Magnum with Plague Diamond camo on it. It looks quite nice, if I do say so. I really like the pistols with Plague Diamond, honestly. They look quite nice. And finally guys, here is the Diamatti with Plague Diamond camo on it. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like rating, please subscribe, turn notifications on if you want to see more videos. I have a few other types of videos I want to plan to upload to the channel, guys, especially pertaining to other games such as Sea of Thieves, some League of Legends, and also some technobobical videos when it comes to real-life peripherals and whatnot that you would use on a day-to-day to help you improve your gameplay, and also that I like to use personally in my setup, so stay tuned for those guys. And I will continue through the series. I might take a little break though, because I'm not gonna lie, it's a little tedious doing it every week, every single week, just the same old in zombies, at least until they release like a new map or something. I don't know. I think I'm still gonna do the snipers and go along with it like I was planning to. It's just, like I said, it's getting a little tedious, a little repetitive, if you will. Not tedious, just more repetitive than anything. And it's kind of getting old a little bit, just doing the same thing over and over and over again with the Plague Diamond camos. So I'll still do them, don't get me wrong. I'll still do it all the way to the end until I get everything Dark Aether camo. But I might just take a little break from it, and at least until the next map comes out for zombies or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see, guys. Just stay tuned here on the channel. So yeah, without further ado, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.